Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jacqueline, the unimportant homemaker, and today let's talk about disciples. I have come to realize in more ways than one what it meant for Jesus to live and teach his disciples and the amount of effort that took. He didn't just talk about the kingdom, he advised them on matters of money, inheritances, death, all kinds of real life issues. When working with my daughter on her faith in and fear of God, we spend many hours each week doing just that. I have lots of opportunities to be patient, sympathetic, offer mercy, show her how the word is to be woven throughout her life, and how she can see the example of Christ in her life, even though she is a female youth. There was a time early in my disciple training that I was too busy and too uninterested in hearing her. I wanted to be free. I had calls to make and laundry to hang out, texts to respond to. It wasn't until I made the decision to give up my cell phone and start staying at home until my husband arrived from work that I began to have the time to devote to disciple making. Once I made that change, I was able to be fully present with my daughter and give her the attention and guidance she needed. The time investment has been invaluable as I have seen her faith grow and her understanding of God's love and plan for her life deepen. Though it requires sacrifice, making discipleship a priority is crucial for nurturing the next generation of believers. With patience and intentionality, we can help young women navigate their faith. As our talks began to extend in time, they went from a few minutes after we read the Bible together to a single chapter taking about an hour because we chatted throughout, looking up other scriptures or talking about what it looks like in real life and in the lives of others. Then we started to sit for another hour or so to hash out problems she was having or questions about life and standards and ideals that she was coming across on the internet. I would help her decide what to devote her time to, how to banish evil thoughts and intentions of her heart, and how best to reconcile with a friend. We ate together, we walked together, and we prayed together. I began to see how valuable the time the disciples and apostles had with Christ, who was their teacher. He literally lived life among them. And I am so thankful I can set aside my duties of housekeeping and TV watching and napping to spend hours each day living life alongside my disciple. But guess what? It wasn't all about her. It was about me too. As I dedicated myself to discipling my daughter, I found that it not only benefited her, but it was also transforming me. My patience grew, and I took pride in being a present, attentive parent, the kind I desired to be, but was at a loss for how to make that happen. Turns out, dedicating her to the Lord as I am also set apart unto God was the key. I learned to consider her needs above my own and to rely on the strength God gives to sustain me in this responsibility. She had complete access to me because I made it a priority, remembering that I am a bondservant of Christ, not free to make up my own plans for my life, but under compulsion to do all the will of God. I told her I am not okay with her feeling left out or misunderstood or feeling like she's being unheard. I saw myself give mercy upon mercy, my love and kindness being renewed each day by my gracious Lord who strengthened me for service. I began to consider her more important than myself and was committed to pouring out my life that I may help betroth her to Christ. I learned from the Apostle Paul to pray for her understanding that her love may abound still more and more. I consider it right, as long as I am in this earthly dwelling, to stir her up by way of reminder, even though she already knows and has been established in the truth which is present with her. Apostle Paul lived and taught us in such a way as to make us disciples, that we may make disciples, because after all, the salvation we received is to be brought to all the nations. How sad would it be that there would be no one to say, we helped train them up in Christ? What about you? Tell us about a person who encouraged you in the faith. We'd love to hear about it down below in the comment section. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.